Okay, so the story goes. Bought an Escalade, Cadillac Escalade.
We got a deal, guys.
We got a deal. Thought, wow, this is the first really, really nice car that we have ever purchased as a couple together since we've been married. What's the initial reaction right now?
I'm super excited. I mean, this is a big buy for us.
This is our dream car. Fast forward about a month later, after we already had to do some minor repairs, like reinstalling the condenser for the AC on the front. So we're traveling from West Virginia, from Ohio, I should say, back to New Jersey. About a 9-hour trip, 10-hour trip. So far, we get to Appalachia, Pennsylvania, in the middle of the freaking mountains on a highway with no shoulder, and we hear a noise. Smoke. The car won't drive forward. It's smoking everywhere. Breaks down in the middle of the freaking mountains. Pull over to the side. Thankfully, there's a little bridge type cliff thing that goes around, so they do have a corner area that you can pull into that has a nice wide shoulder, because we were coasting down the mountain at that point. Pull over, freaking out, cars passing us at 90 miles an hour. So we get out of the car, we climb up this hill. Broken down. So much trouble already. Had to just get new tires for this car, and we officially broke down, and the whole thing was smoking. It feels like the engine just blew up, basically. And now the roadside assistance about to show up, I hope. Well, at least they put that guy there, because he really made all the cars slow down so much.
Oh yeah, that's why I said
So driving back from Ohio to home, we made it 6 hours back, and we're still 3 hours from home. And all of a sudden, in the middle of the Pennsylvania Turnpike, where we're kind of in the middle of the woods, real deep into rural Pennsylvania, as you can see the mountains. Not the best place to break down. Luckily, we could drive enough to get to this area here that has a kind of a big side, and at least we're okay. Both of us are totally fine, so big plus there. But I really have a really bad feeling that literally the engine just blew up on the car that we just bought a month ago.
Here, because I feel like it's so loud.
What was that?
Is that your
No,
hand, dude?
it's cow manure.
No, where did that sound? We both looked at each other.
And call the road assistance for Pennsylvania Turnpike. I think that's what it was. They get in contact with this guy, David, who works for the tow truck. In the car.
You have. Well, that makes sense.
But not because I was broken down, because I got stuck in the marsh. But they towed me out,
You told me that.
and that's it. And then it was just like, no big deal. Which, I mean, this could be no big deal.
But I'm a realist. It could be something extremely bad, but I'm hoping that it's not. In this position.
How are you?
Said I'm here.
You made it.
Yeah, I made it.
So, are you not the mechanic, or you are?
No, I'm just
a tow truck. Is there a mechanic coming here? I mean, or you could just tow it. I don't know. I just don't know where to tow it to, because I'm not from here.
This area, we're like 3 hours away from home, and I didn't see anything like U-Haul, anything that was open.
Where would you normally tow it from here?
Anywhere you got the money to.
Like, how do you mean by that? Like, how far? How much is it to tow it? Like, say like 15 miles, 30 miles, like what is it? By the
It's $86 to hook the car up.
Okay.
And then it's $4.25 a mile.
Okay. I don't know. Is there a town around here that has like a mechanic shop? It just wouldn't be open though, right?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be open. Closest place would probably be Chambersburg.
Okay.
I don't know how many miles. That would be probably about 30 or so.
I mean,
It's still going to be a couple $100, I think. So.
I mean, that's got to be the only real decision. Yeah, I guess take us there. I don't know. Is that way though?
Yeah, it's that way.
Okay. Yeah, hook it up. I mean, he comes out with the tow truck. He puts it on there. He says, okay, where do you want us to take you? Landis came through. Good boy. Should get the tail, I guess, right? So how far is this place?
I'm not real sure. did you look up?
All right, this is the reality we're living in right now. So, can't even say that I'm really even that mad, because we wouldn't really even make money if we didn't go out and film stuff, because that's what we do. So, you know, if we didn't go to West Virginia and Ohio at all, of course we wouldn't have broken down, but then we wouldn't have any videos to put out. But we are having this guy tow us. It's basically going to be maybe 100 or a little bit more to get us all the way back home than if we just like got dropped off someone random and tried to get a tow from there. So like we're about to spend $1,000 basically to tow this truck all the way back to our house. Absolutely insane, but there's really nothing we can do. In our minds, because of the car not going forward and transmission fluid coming out from the bottom, we think, oh no, transmission's bad. So we decide, since we could either go to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour away, and try to get a U-Haul and a U-Haul trailer to tow it. But then he just suggests that he could just take us all the way home. So we get taken all the way back to New Jersey, 3 hours away. It was like 180 miles back home. And we end up paying $1,000 for the tow, just one tow. Plop the car in the driveway. So we've arrived back home. Sometimes I wonder, why is it that this stuff always happens to us? Maybe because we're just out there doing stuff? Or, I don't know. Seems like the craziest scenarios happen all the time to us. Their first time playing with the fountain.
Go ahead.
Rira's first
Look,
time
Rira.
touching the fountain. Pop, pop. Come on, Bugs. Rira.
It's just water, mamas.
Here. Test it.
Look, Rira.
Here. Yeah. Go ahead, MJ. Look.
MJ, show her how it's done.
MJ, did he
He's
do it
acting
already?
like he's too cool. Buggy.
Rira not too cool.
Bug. Look, she liked it. Good
Rira
girl,
not too cool.
Rira. See, I ain't scared. Oh.
Buggy wants his wetties, babe.
Riro.
Just leave it there for him.
Oh, I will.
They'll be coming back.
Rira's like, oh, I know what I'm doing with this. An hour
later.
later, she's gonna be in here like cleaning her poopy balls.
She's gonna ruin it. Look, she's already cleaning them. Does he know?
I think he knows. So he got something for Crow Bug in Point Pleasant. And MJ's here, so now I'm gonna feel bad. Buggy, look what we got you. We got this. It's a cryptid comfort stuffy toy for you. We got it from the Mothman Museum. Look, Bugs. Buggy, look.
Buggy, come and get it. Come here, Buggy.
My bowl's all
Buggy.
half-filled, Mom.
Buggy.
Bugs, come here. Look, his monkey's right here, though. As you can see, he loves his monkey.
He's a
'cause
toy
boy.
He's a toy boy. Buggy, he'll get it later.
He'll
Over
get
here.
it later. He's getting excited because we're cooking dinner, so. Pop, we got you a water fountain.
Wasn't good enough, he said.
Brad.
Big jump.
Whoa, big jump, buddy.
Big boy.
Yeah, we know.
Big boy. Tell us.
Daddy.
Pop, pop.
Tell him, Put.
Pop, pop. Tell us.
Ooh, you bratty boy.
He's so mad. Did you hear that?
He mad. He said no.
And I didn't even look at it for a week. I was so sad. Get back into it. Go underneath. Figure out that it looks like it's just the cooling line for the transmission, not the entire transmission that's bad. So thankfully, my dad has this guy that he works with. His name's Angel. And him and his son show up, fix it in like an hour. The saga of the Facebook bought car continues. Yeah, Angel. Looks good.
Yeah.
That was a crazy fix, or
We get in there, we find out in a minute. Nah, it's easy.
what do you think was wrong with it?
It's out with the guy clip it, don't clip it the right way, that's all.
Just the, what is that, a cooling line?
Nah, this is the transmission fluid.
This guy knows a lot. He knows good quality fix and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm suspicious of these guys.
I don't know.
That maybe they didn't even have this car in New Jersey.
He leak or not, he don't leak. We can pull it out the baby.
You think it'll be good?
Let's fire that baby.
You don't want to put
find out.
any in at all, okay?
You want to fire it up?
Yeah.
And then
Sorry.
we'll see how it goes and then put it in? If it doesn't drip, you mean?
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't drip anything.
All right, we're gonna start it up here. Huh?
I'm gonna step back.
Step back and let the professionals do it, right?
Yeah. This leak is gonna get about the next water.
What do you think? It's leaking. Where?
Right there, that's what you call a money shot.
What do you think there's half of that in there? Yeah, 2/4.
Sick.
All right, we got the main guy here, Angel's son.
Probably keep wearing this.
Get him some gear.
See if it's the right size. We
Is that
got,
the right way?
damn, that's fire, man.
Yeah.
Repping the brand like that.
You want
Yeah,
that or 3XL?
No, this is nice. Thank
That's
you.
a good size.
Yeah.
You
All
like
right.
it? Let me see.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Turn this way for the boys. Hell yeah, that's it right there,
Yeah,
baby.
I'm keeping this on. Thank you. This is nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Freaking ski mask. Yo, oh
Wow.
my god, give me a heart attack.
Watch yourself is right.
And the tire. Well, no, that's what we're going to do for the test drive.
I'll
We're
put it
gonna
in. All right, so we're having a serious problem here for a while with the transmission line under the car. We thought the whole transmission was bad, but now we know that maybe it was just the line because Angel, the guy who works for my dad, he fixed it. So we'll see. How about the
Huh?
do you want to see it?
What? We ready?
You want to drive it?
No, you good.
Oh, you got to put the seat up for him. Oh, you can get on this side if you want.
I could just sit there.
Oh, okay. If you want to. Okay, so also the power steering's really bad. How do I fix that? Or you don't? What
Transmission fluid.
do you mean?
Get it, put a transmission fluid. Why it's leaking?
I don't know. Like, you didn't drive it ever, so you don't know. But it feels like it
It's
gets,
hard because it needs transmission.
but only certain times. You know,
Maybe it's low. The fluid.
the fluid in that transmission.
Yeah, you can put transmission fluid or power steering. Don't matter. We check when we come back.
Wow, how's it so nice this car now?
Ripping it.
I don't want to get it too crazy, right?
Why? You rather break down right here next to your house than 2 hours away.
8. Where I was 4 hours.
And you pay total 4
I
hours.
had to. I had no choice.
Jeez, how much is it?
1,060.
Jeez.
But this guy had no choice what to do. I was telling him to give it to the U-Haul so I could get a trailer and a truck, and it was the same price. So I just took it all the way back. This is pretty good,
This
right?
is running really nice. It's smooth.
This,
You can even feel.
look at that, because you know why it's nice? Because you helped me fix it. You fixed it.
Camera turned off.
It's still on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You need power steering fluid.
I think it's pretty
You
good.
get, that know you heard like that
Yeah.
is low.
The power steering fluid.
Yup, that's all.
Rip it. No panic.
This is nice.
It's running really nice.
Actually, I like this. This is like the one from Tony Soprano had this car. You know that show?
Yeah, this car is this kind of car is expensive. You can get a 7,000 easy for this car.
As is?
Yeah.
No way.
Why not? You look in market.
But this one's for my wife to drive. I don't need to sell it. Then
She can
wants...
drive an Explorer.
Oh, you're a funny guy. That one still drives though.
Yeah.
That's a good car. 96. This is pretty good, dude.
This is a nice car. I like it. This is good for go away. This Google.
On to Florida. That's what I want to take it to Florida. I bought it so I could use it for traveling, because then I can put all my shit in the back and it doesn't get wet.
This is a nice car. It's a real good deal. You get it.
Thank you for fixing it though, dude. I really appreciate it.
Your dad be calling me every week. Are we going? They say I call him every Friday. We go.
And then he said, no, I'm too
next
busy
week.
to go surfing, he said.
He's so crazy.
That's what he did instead.
Yeah, it's hard to put the line because there's no room.
So when I broke it down on the road, right, on a mountain, I started to feel it like as if it wouldn't go forward anymore, you know? So I was like,
all the transmission fluid is gone.
in my mind though, it was whole transmission is done. Like in my head, I was like, all right, this is gonna be like a big problem.
Nah, so when I get here and looking on this, about the line is always no transmission fluid.
That's because you know what you're doing.
It's pretty full. You do that the whole time?
The
Steering wheel?
since we got it, yeah. But not that, it got a little bit worse.
But that's the problem, this. That's easy, you gotta lose the belt.
Yeah.
And it's 2 bolts right there behind it.
And then what do you do there?
You can put the ratchet right here, and through this here, hose there, you take the 2 bolts and put this baby up.
And then what?
And put another one in. It's easy, it's not even bad.
What do you call that?
Power steering pump.
And that's what you think it is?
Boy, it get hard the whole time like that, yeah.
Power steering pump, but I can look it up too pretty easily, right? Like
Yeah.
on YouTube how to do it, right?
That's how I run all my stuff.
Yeah. YouTube is University of Mechanics, right?
Yeah.
Cop the merch.
Did you cop it?
Cop the merch.
That looks fresh, dude. That log? He did that.
I got chills. I'm so happy.
That what?
The Angel fixed this. Like literally just came over here. In the AM, it's fixed. It runs.
He said
This car hasn't been driving for
Only took
a month.
over a month.
It took 2 hours.
He just went under there like a savage, did whatever the hell he did, and it's
He
done.
said they would charge you at least $2,000 for that. All right, we're getting the reaction here.
I'm
You can
like,
go that way.
I know.
Yeah.
I did it.
You think this is nice now?
I'm just in like shock because I'm so happy and like grateful, to be honest. I know that sounds corny, but this is like, it's good.
Grateful to the guys that helped fix it.
Yes.
That guy here.
And his
Where
baby.
is it in the back?
This guy here.
That guy
This
in the
guy,
back?
on his freaking birthday, came over early as hell and fixed our car.
And then he copped the merch. Yeah,
That's true. Macho copped the merch.
that's right.
And now he's gonna flaunt it in his sister's face.
Yep.
And then she's gonna want it.
Yeah. And then we'll send her one. So then they could be twinning.
Or my older brother probably wear this.
If you can put the power steering pump, let me know. And I'll come back one of those weekends and we put it on it.
I love that. You're so good to us. That was the nicest
No,
thing
yeah.
ever.
Loud, it's still good.
I gotta give him a hug. I don't care. It really did help. Like,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate it so much. You have no idea, for real.
No, you're good.
Thank you. And then one time in, what happened?
I'm just so happy.
Right?
Angel's the shit, dude. Like, he doesn't, I don't even know if he knows how much it means to both of us, but it's just wild. Like,
look, it moved back by itself.
And like, we haven't even tried to get this, oh, here. We haven't tried to get it fixed because we're just weary of, you know, mechanics that we don't know. Like, Angel has pretty much like been a part of your life for a very long time. And he's very skilled, like self-taught, he was saying. So he knows what he's doing. And
So yeah, so if anybody was realizing that the Cadillac was not being driven for a little bit there, it's been an emotional roller coaster for us, where we bought a car that we thought was like our dream, and we have such, you know, a happiness when we first got it, that we were so happy, and this is the thing that we wanted, a car that we bought together, and Sammy's first real car basically that she could drive. And then we went on a trip to try to see, you know, can the car drive really far. Drove 10 hours almost to Ohio, and then on the way back, disaster struck and we broke down in the middle of a mountainside. We just haven't released any of the footage because it was such a like an emotional thing for us, and just so stressful that we haven't been talking about it because we just wanted to put it out of our minds and concentrate on everything else. So today, now, this morning, Angel, who is like part of my family basically, he's been working for my dad since he's 18, and today he turned 38 years old. So that's 20 years working with my dad, doing construction and landscaping and hardscaping. He came here today and he bought literally a $22 part and 2 containers of transmission fluid, and now the car is back on the road. He said if we'd taken this to anywhere else, maybe the dealership or to a mechanic,
they would have smoked us.
that maybe they probably would have just said, oh, it's the transmission, you know, blah blah blah, just fix the line and put the car off in the lot for 2 days and then just charge you like $2,000. He said it happened to him before. So that's exactly why we were waiting for him to come and diagnose the situation. We had the worst feeling in our guts that the whole transmission had to be replaced, but he actually said that this is the second transmission that's been in the car, that it's not the original stock one. So somebody had at some point changed the transmission, but here we are. Cadillac's back on the road. We're gonna wash it and we're stoked. So we're really happy. Very, very emotional ride that we've been on, and we're just grateful that it's running again. $40 worth of parts. The car's running again. So back on top. So this will be part 2 of the most insane, why you should watch this before you buy a car on Facebook Marketplace. So now here we are today, and we're going to get into an oil change, because he said the oil was totally good in the car, but all the other things he said about it weren't true. So we're going to go and do the oil change ourselves here because we haven't done one yet. But yeah, be careful. The car is back up and running, and already with the tow, with how much we spent, the repair we did, everything combined, it's still a good buy. The value of the car is already, I would say, worth more than what we paid for all of that combined. But looking back, would I have bought the car if I knew that was going to happen? Probably not, just because of the stress of Sammy sitting on the side of the road with cars, us sitting on the side of the freaking highway on a mountain with cars passing us at 80 miles an hour. That was the most stressful thing that could ever have happened. This has been such a throwing like our emotions just in a lava pit of fire. That's why we haven't talked about it at all, because you get so excited about something, it's the greatest thing ever. You know, a week later, it's the worst thing ever. Back to now, it's the greatest thing ever. So it's been like, and now we're here. So hopefully it's good again. But that's the chance you take while buying a used car. And at the end of the day, you just got to go roll with the punches and just maintain your good outlook and just think that everything's going to work out. It's all going to be good. And I was the one that was doubting whether it was be okay. Sammy just kept saying she has faith, she has faith, she has faith, that everything will be fine. But I think also it's good to say that on our YouTube channel here, we like to really show our ups and downs and our failures and our successes. But a lot of people will just watch away their failures. And I was planning on making this from the time we broke down. That's why I filmed the whole thing. So that we could really show that you don't have to be beat down by life, even if your dream car, I know that's crazy to say because it's an old car and it's not really worth that much money, but it's something really nice that we bought that we were really happy about, all of a sudden could turn on you. And I think it's kind of cool to just be like, don't worry too much about it. Just kind of sit it there for a little bit, a month or whatever. It was just sitting out front, and get back on top, get back on the horse. So it's not how many times you get knocked down, but it's how many times you can get back up from being knocked down, as they say. So let's do this oil change. Alright, here's what we're going to use for the oil change. I have the 5 quarts and this is the extra quart. Going to do the high mileage protection for 10,000 miles, even though we'll get it changed before that. The Mobil 1 filter. Actually, we're probably not going to use that one. We'll use this one. Works better. And the Craftsman universal oil filter removal piece. So it extends and it pretty much fits around almost any filter to an extent. Obviously the filter's like massive for a big piece of machinery. It's not going to, but for almost any car. Okay, this oil pan too actually is pretty amazing. It came from a lawnmower shop that closed down pretty near where we live. And it goes under the car pretty easily. The other technique I've used is like a 5-gallon bucket, but you have to cut the top off with like a Sawzall. So this is just better. It's very light outside, but so not the best time to suggest using this because like I have enough light under there. But if it was a different scenario and I needed more light, this little Vision, it's a Ulanzi brand light, LED light. It sticks. Hold on, I'll get under there and show you guys. This is the tightest squeeze ever. Well, not ever. Look. So here we are, and there's the bolt right there. But say like we needed some light under here, which we do, you could stick this to anywhere that's metal. That is so nice to have. I love these lights. That's aluminum, so it's not going to stick, but just right there, bam, just like that, and then I can wrench this off and we're living the dream. But yeah, just this piece here is the main bolt that needs to come out, and then the oil change will be underway. Let's see how hard this will be to break the seal here, because I haven't done this one ever. Obviously it's harder to if you're not. Oh man, this is hard. Wow, this really is rough. This would be it right here. Okay, we broke the seal, so should be easy going from here on out. feel to have the baby back on the road?
So good. Very, very good. What?
What happened to it?
What happened to it? What didn't happen to it should be the question. I guess we got, but I mean, that happens. The guy we bought it off of was off of Facebook Marketplace, and when we went to get the Escalade, he took us for a test drive, which, looking back at it, yeah, one of us should have driven the car. But either way, he was like, yeah, the air's a little bit, I don't know the term, I forget the term he used, but he was saying the air's not really a problem, it just needs some coolant or whatever.
Air conditioner's cold, but not really cold. You could use some Freon.
But that was a lie because Turner had to fix the whole air conditioner. And then the power steering, when we were doing the test drive, he was claiming it happens sometimes, like it'll get stuck, but then it just goes back.
Smooth right now, everything's smooth, but just sometimes it gets a little tight for like a half a second.
But that was a lie.
Just sometimes it gets a little tight for like a half a second.
The power steering is fully a problem, especially if you're not in a position when you're on the road to be able to take the time to fully turn the car if the power steering's getting janky. So pretty much we got God. We found out he was a gypsy. And him and his cousin do this all the time because they're in connection with an auto place. And I don't really know the whole deal. All I know is that he didn't tell us the full problem with this vehicle. What? Angel?
That was a crazy fix, or?
We get in there, we find out.
As you guys saw, fix the vehicle, and it's good now. So for now.
Do you like it still?
I love this car. I mean, we probably would have ended up buying it anyway if one of us did test drive the car and knew the power steering was a full-blown burden. But I mean, that's just life. Like, you deal with it and you move forward. We could have like leased a brand new car. I mean, we wouldn't do a car, truck, vehicle, whatever. But we don't really like doing that. We might in the future for a brand new truck. But I mean, it happens.
You can't do anything in a lease car. You're only allowed to do like 10,000 miles a year.
And that's the problem. We do travel a lot, and we actually use our vehicles. Like, it's not just for
the only thing is, at the end of the day, if you drove this car off of a cliff, full well knowing that you were going to just drown the car in a freaking river, you owe nobody anything at the end of the day. You can only be mad at yourself.
Touche.
If you have payments on a car and you crash that car, you still have to continue to make those payments even if the car's totaled.
And it's kind of a burden.
Dude, it's a total burden to not own your car, honestly.
Like, ain't nobody want to like stress about an extra bill, you know? Like, on top of the insurance.
I mean, I'm still claiming that the Caddy's on top.
I love this Caddy because I like the body of it. It is that OG, like, early 2000s body, because if you've seen the newer ones, yeah, they're nice as hell. But the body's just different. This one, for me and for Turner, is like classico.
Not to mention, it's the same car that they used in Tony Soprano's, for Tony Soprano's character.
It is. It's the same exact color, too. It's not the off-white, it's the white. And, like, you can see little details on this specific car, because it was in a crash, too, we found out, but the guy didn't tell us about that. But there's, like, little, like, paint jobs that they did, like, just little MacGyver things that they've done. There's stuff on the inside. This needs to be reworked, but for those of you who don't know, there was a time in my life where I detailed cars. So I'm not, like, a pro at it, but I'm gonna try. It's a fun project. we said this was gonna be easy. Getting this old ass Escalade off the Facebook Marketplace.
It kind of feels like life in general.
Yeah, that's why I was
Getting
saying.
a car with over 200,000 miles on it is like life. How life is. So you might as well just do it because that's how your life's gonna be.
Oh man.
Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day.
I mean, I think it's fine. Like, yeah, it's not a brand new car. Like, problems are gonna be expected. That would have been expected anyway if, you know, the gypsy guy would have, you know, gave us a heads up. It would have been easier. If you're just honest, it's just easier because then we'd be able to write down everything that's wrong, everything that needs to be done, you know? But that didn't happen. But you know what? It's driving right now, and there's going to be more problems to come with it, obviously.
It's smooth.
Very smooth. But I mean, it's Gucci. It gets us to point A and point B.
The problem is the value of trucks and full-size SUVs and trucks right now are used ones. Obviously, new ones are just insane. Like a new Cadillac from the dealership is like $90,000, so that's just off the table. But any truck that's just a total piece is expensive right now. Any full-size SUV that's just... So he was just, in his defense, he was just trying to get the full value for it that he already put into it, because he obviously rebuilt the whole front end. So at the end of the day, he was just trying to make it seem as good as possible so that we wouldn't talk his price down too much. That's all.
Do.
And he wanted to sell it to us because we're like just flat out like, okay, let's make the deal. Like, we're not trying to beat around the bush like most people.
We're not trying to like talk about the car for like 5 months.
Or like act like, oh yeah, my cousin's brother's mother's sister's aunt has my money in Georgia. I gotta get it for the next weekend.
Yeah, no, you gotta just.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta wait for my tax return next year to come and then I'll buy it.
No.
Like 6 months later. Dude, that's what people do though. Acting crazy. But nah.
We don't even get. Oh man.
We got it. We're back on top, everybody. Back on top. Back on top.
I am stoking about this. I want to get lights in here. I got one in the front, but it's not like legit. And on another thing, the electrical stuff in here, a lot of it doesn't work. What's this?
All right, so we're back on top. So we're gonna, maybe we should like sponge it out a little first if we're gonna do the wash, because it is dirty under.
Yeah.
And then I'll put the light back on if I can. I don't know how possible it is because obviously it's broken in pretty many spots. And then we'll go washing the car and replacing the headlight. So we're gonna get this baby back to its former glory. Let's get down to business, right?
Let's get down to business. Well, this isn't for the outside of the car. I just wanted to spray the inside with this. Like the glass. Because it's like dirty in there, right?
Dirty on the outside.
I'm saying when we're driving at night or even in the day, you know how it's like a little bit like clouded looking.
No, it definitely is. That's the good glass cleaner?
Mm-hmm. That's the outside, baby. That's the outside. We're not there yet.
Let's see the outside.
I mean, we're going to clean it anyway, but...
Here.
Let me breathe in some more chemicals. Literally. Hate that. You want to do it?
I kind of want to see how good it works. Wow. Right?
Oh, yeah.